I am so glad you are here. This podcast offers a grateful twist on life's disruptions and hardest moments. I share powerful stories of women who face deep adversity, loss, illness, abuse, divorce, menopause, and more, and found resilience, strength, and transformation on the other side. Together, we'll explore how we found our way through, what supported our healing, and the moments that sparked new hope. These aren't just stories, they're lifelines for those still finding their way. You Are Here is a mission to uplift, connect, and remind women that they're never alone, even in their hardest chapters. Thanks for listening. I hope these stories speak to your heart and offer you strength for your journey. So when the podcast went down for a while, I was in California, and my daughter and I did a little impromptu podcast together. Her name is Dakota. She's the education manager at an outdoor education facility. She lives in the mountains in California. So you'll get a little behind the scenes of us together, and I hope you enjoy the fun we had.
I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready? Are our 3 listeners ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're ready. All right, I am so glad you are here. I'm here with my daughter Dakota. We're doing a little impromptu pop-up podcast from California.
Pop-up podcast.
Yes. And we started with the idea of answering the 36 questions. I guess it's a Vogue thing that you talk to your partner with and you get deep into information about them, but we decided to design our own questions for each other, and so we each wrote out 10 questions, and we're both going to answer them, I think.
Yep.
We're kind of making it up as we go along.
If we pick our own question and ask it, then the other person has to answer first. But if we pick a question that the other person wrote, we have to answer first. Yeah.
So we hope you'll stick around and play along, or maybe ask your own questions at the dinner table. Who knows?
Yeah.
Would
the host like to do the honors?
Oh, do the honors. I don't know. I think the guests should do the honors.
All right. What do you think is the most important thing we've gotten right as mother and daughter? That's a good question. Yeah, yours are deep. What do you think we've gotten right? I would say what we've gotten right as mother and daughter is probably our level of communication. I feel like we've always had a pretty open line of communication, even if things are hard or were hard. Yeah, I would probably say level of communication or ability to have fun.
Or either or. I love that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
You'd agree?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I would sort of follow through with that a little. I'd go a little further and say that I think one of the things that we have consciously, as you become an adult, have really worked on our communication because we do want to break generational trauma.
Yeah.
Because my communication with my family was not great.
Yeah.
And my mother's communication and her family, like, it goes back and back and back. And so we have even talked about, like, unfortunately, it stops here. We're going to help. We're going to try to heal this. And so we've done some work around that. So yeah, I think that's something we've gotten really good at.
Yeah.
You know, we've had some tough moments in our relationships here and there, and we find our way through.
We do.
Yeah. And I would say I think we're closer than some mothers and daughters. Definitely closer than my own mom. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. Okay, let's see. No looking. There's a fire here, by the way, so we're looking at what's probably going to be a stellar sunset, unfortunately. Okay.
That's one of mine.
This is a Dakota one. We know it's hers because it's long. You'll notice the different shapes.
Yeah.
Which one of us do you think would be better on a reality TV show, and which show?
Okay. This is because
I know why. Why?
Okay, context. I have been really into Love Island since last season 7. And so I got her into Love Island now that she's been here. She watched the end of this most recent season with me. So this is why I wanted you to answer this question. Or
also because when she got me hooked, addicted immediately.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a sucker for reality shows, so I try not to watch them. Like we watched.
They're just so good.
We watched. I'm not even going to talk about that one. We watched the first Bachelorette. I remember because we lived in Vail, Colorado, where the firefighter who was the Bachelor, who actually won over the Bachelorette and they got married, lived in Vail. So we followed that one. But I was kind of always into reality TV shows, even though they have nothing to do with reality. But they're very producer prompt. I've heard some stories. But The Golden Bachelorette came out recently, and I was like, maybe I need to go on a reality TV show. So I think I mentioned that during Love Island. Why don't they have one for people in their 50s? But I don't know. I thought about The Amazing Race once when I was married, but I think my ex-husband and I would not have done well. We would have been the one arguing all the time. It would have been hilarious.
That's funny.
But I think I even mentioned that to you recently. Like, let's go on The Amazing
you said
Race.
that we would be good on The Amazing Race.
So yeah, I would like to go on one, but it would have to be probably adventurous, something like that.
Okay. So you think you would do better on a reality TV show? Is that
I
what
do.
you're saying? Okay.
I do.
Okay. I think, depending on what type of reality TV show it would be, Goose and I thought about going on The Amazing Race together. We think we would have slayed that. Goose was my old roommate.
Explain the names.
Oh, yeah. So I work at a outdoor education facility in California, and we have what are called camp names or nature names. So we use them in front of the kids. That way they don't know our legal names, and they can't find us on social media. So my camp name is Kestrel. It's a small falcon. And my roommate's name was Goose. So that's all we refer to each other as. We do know each other's legal first and last names. But yeah, so Goose and I thought about The Amazing Race and that we would be good on that.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I would say after my big breakup, my friends wanted to sign me up for The Bachelor. So that was funny. But I think I would go insane if I was actually on a reality TV show that had to do with love. But I think something like The Amazing Race would be really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that too.
Something like adventurous. I think it'd be really fun to be on Traitors. I would be really bad at it, but I think it'd be really fun.
I don't even know what Traitors is because I've watched so little.
So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great.
All right.
Next. All right.
You knocked one out.
Oh, no. I love that I keep picking yours. So funny. What do you each admire most about the woman sitting across from you? Ooh, this is good. I think the thing I admire you most for is probably your ability to, like, pick yourself up and, like, adapt. You're very adaptable and resilient because of everything that life's thrown at you. So, yeah, it's definitely, like, really cool to see. It's hard to watch sometimes, but
Yeah.
But I think obviously you know that you have people that love and support you and that will help you through that, but like watching or being able to like see throughout my whole life how much you've been able to like overcome.
Yeah. Thanks. I can't take credit for it. It's a trauma response.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand that, and I do think that it starts as a trauma response, and then it becomes, because it's just, you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
But it does serve you. And I think a lot of things in my life that have happened for me, happened around me, have really built me. It's in my DNA at this point. Like, it's the way it was contributed to my wiring.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what that little noise was. Came from there. Should
That was
I be
weird.
concerned?
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know. Hopefully we're still recording.
I think we are.
I think we are. But I don't know what went ding if anybody else heard
little things saying that we're speaking, so I think we're good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think too, like, it's not, like, resiliency is a hard word because, yes, it has, like, good connotations, but it also has, like, bad connotations because, like, the fact that you have to be resilient, like, means you've gone through something hard. As a kid growing up, I've always known that, like, you can just get it done. You've showed that you don't stay down, right? Like, you always got back up, and I think that's important for kids to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm sure we'll get to this based on some of the questions, so I don't want to go into it too much, but that was on purpose.
Yeah.
That was absolutely on purpose.
Yeah.
I knew immediately there was always someone watching.
Yeah.
Right? And I had to be that example. And if I wanted you to be a thriving adult woman, a thriving woman, to be very specific, in this world, that I had to be a version of myself.
Yeah. For sure.
That could show you that path.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to see examples of what we're capable of in the world, what's possible in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome.
But I wish for you calm in the future.
Yes. Me too. Things are settling down.
Yeah.
I'm a late bloomer. All right. So the question for me is, what do I admire most about the person sitting across from me? I have always admired your ability to advocate for yourself. Thanks to your 6th grade teacher in middle school. What an amazing woman she was, who taught us to teach our children how to advocate for themselves first before we went to the teacher. She said, I want to hear from your kids before I hear from you.
Yeah.
Once I've heard from them, if they can't get anywhere, call me. So that was a great lesson for me as a parent, to let you advocate for yourself first. And you've done brilliantly. And you're very self-aware. You're constantly in growth mode. I won't say constantly in growth mode, but I think as you're kind of like me, lifetime learner, trying to do better, be better a little bit every day. And you're committed to that. And so your ability to communicate and your ability to hold boundaries.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I was very boundaryless.
Yeah.
When I was in my codependent phase. And so you are doing better than I did. Better than the skills I sort of had at myself at your age.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
After
it's
you.
my turn.
It's your turn.
My turn. All right. We keep drawing each other's questions.
That's
Hilarious. If you could relive one day from your life, what would it be and why? If you could relive one day of your life. Why are you laughing?
Just because you were like...
I'm like, wow.
I know.
Which one would I want to go back to? Which day would I go? God, that's hard.
I
Oh
know.
my God, I need some time. If I had to pick right now, I would say when we went surfing in Mexico.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It's vacation, it's beautiful surf, it's lovely weather, it's relaxation, it's naps, it's massages, it's great food, it's great people, it's laughter, it's joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had everything. The person I love the most, thing I love most to do in a beautiful location. I mean, with friends and new friends and
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Love it.
What about you? What would you do over and why? What would you relive and why?
I know. This was hard. Because obviously, I love that you're just throwing them on the ground. The bunny's gonna come and be like, snack? I don't know. This was hard. Like, what first popped into my head when I read the question and wrote the question down was my college graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
good one, yes.
Right?
Yes! That was a good one.
Because...
So much joy.
Yeah.
So much joy.
Yeah, like, not only was it, like, all, like, a good amount of my family was there.
Yeah.
All of my friends from college, obviously, we were all together. Most of us were all together, at least close by, because we were in the same major. And just, like, I mean, I saw it in May on Instagram, like, just I'm never going to get to walk into that stadium and see 20,000 people there to support not only the undergrads, but the vet students and all of us, like, sitting down on the field, like, that is one of, like, the coolest images.
Yeah.
And then I went to a barn. But that, alas, that's a whole other thing.
Barn.
But the barn.
She got her actual degree in the barn. But first we were in the field.
Yeah, I think that was one of the coolest experiences and memories.
It was so amazing.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, the words pomp and circumstance were like...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was just...
Super privileged.
Yeah.
Super privileged day, but just like a super...
Lovely.
Super...
Just so fun.
Yeah,
just so
fun.
Proud.
Yeah.
So glad that you ended up with a really amazing college experience, because I know your freshman year was tough.
Yeah.
You transferred. And when we dropped you off there, I remember crying, just knowing you were exactly where you belonged.
Yeah.
And so being there that day, right after just a few months after I had brain surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about 2019 graduations. I just had brain surgery in March.
Yeah. A couple months before.
And I was at her graduation, thank God. And 2020 came the next year.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And nobody had a graduation. I would have been devastated.
I would have been devastated.
I mean, so that day.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that was the first thing that came.
Even without 2020, it was a magical day.
Yeah, but then with 2020 on the other side of it, like, the amount of gratitude I have for being able to experience that day is just, like, immense.
Yeah.
So, it's, like, kind of cheesy, because I'm like, college, like, I don't miss... I'm so much more at peace and so much more myself now at 28 than I was in college. But, like, that day is just so cool.
But you learned so much about yourself during those years. They're so important.
They're
so important, yeah. Whether it's a gap year or it's a college year. Because I did a freshman year and then I took off.
Yeah.
I learned more in the years I took off.
Yeah. I think any sort of... Because I've talked about this with my friends here. Like, I think any sort of situation... where you're living in community in the early, like, it doesn't have to be college, because college isn't for everybody, and I do think that, nor is it accessible to everybody, but I think that some sort of community living in that time period of your life is really important, because it builds so many social skills that, like, a lot of people that didn't get that, or didn't go to college, or, like, didn't have some sort of community living experience, it shows. I work at a place where community living is, like, where you live and work, so, like, I see that a lot. To be able to have tougher conversations comes when you've had the chance to grow and learn in a time in your life when you're supposed to grow and learn those, like, uncomfortable skills.
Yeah.
So.
Outside of your family.
For sure.
Right.
Just some sort of community living in your early 20s.
Yeah, that's
cool,
a good
that
one.
Was mine.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. God damn it. Oh my god. Okay, this is... Were you ready to watch this?
Okay,
fight
wait.
on
I just
camera?
want to go back. I just want to go back really quick because when you were answering that, I almost paused you because we saw a question right before we jumped on here. I was like, dang, this is a good one.
Oh,
and it was, if you wrote a book together, what would the title be? And she immediately said,
Hot Mess Express.
welcome to the Hot Mess Express. I
Welcome.
should have opened with that. Anyway,
Yeah.
here we are in
This
the
is
middle of the Hot
The
Mess
Hot Mess
Express.
Express. Welcome.
I'm thinking this may be the perfect time to say Hot Mess Express if this question is what I think it's going to be.
I don't know if it is, but it may start a fight, so beware.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. Who's more stubborn, and why do you think so? Is this the
What's
question?
the proof?
You.
Shocker.
I think it's who you are as a person. Like, not in a bad way, but like, you're just like, I'm surprised you're not a Taurus sometimes. Like, you're just...
That's hilarious because
I know,
a
Taurus
Taurus
is
is
like
my
that perfect
ideal
match.
match.
No, I know, that's why it's funny. I think, like, in some ways you can be more stubborn, and obviously in some ways I can be more stubborn, but I also learned... Where do you think I got it from? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me see. Let me think of some proof.
Are we playing Blame It on the Parents?
No, no. That's not blame. That's
No, I'm
just,
just kidding.
genetics
I'm
now.
just kidding.
I don't know. I would say you, but I don't have any, like, solid things to back up at this moment. I think...
I don't have any defenses. I'm like, I don't know who's more stubborn. It might be me. Probably me. Trying to think in ways. Oh, so when you were...
I think some of it might be generational, though.
Well, it could be generational. It could be also different. Because I also think, like, everybody's anal. They're just anal about different things.
Oh, for sure.
Right? So you could be stubborn about different things than
Yeah.
I'm stubborn
Yes.
about. So I'm like, you're so stubborn.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't
Be stubborn
in that
about... Yeah.
situation.
I would agree.
So I immediately thought back to when you were a kid, when your communications were not so great. This is how far she's come, people. When she was little, and I would want to... She was very sensitive.
I didn't
So
have
she- and she
communication
has-
skills.
I know. That's not the point. Anyway, I'll get to the point here in a second. So when she was just born with a whole lot of integrity and with a, like, really true North Star, right? So in terms of disciplining her, she didn't require an iron fist, right? You, like, blow on her and she's just like, wah! Yeah, she's like, I'm so sorry. Doing the right thing's always been really important to her, even as a kid.
Facts.
So even as a kid. So if she was even slightly in trouble, it was just like a meltdown. So it was always like very gentle, like, hey, let's just talk about what happened. And every time
I'm like, no.
we'd want to talk, I'd want to talk about, like let's talk about what happened or what you're feeling or what's going on. Do we have to talk about this right now? Always. And which just shuts down the conversation. And I was like, well, I mean, she'd be 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, 10, 11. Do we have to talk about this right now? I'm like, well, why don't we talk about it? So in that way, I was like, God, just let me in your head. Like, just speak. So that
That's
way, you were
hilarious.
always
I was-
just like,
yeah.
I don't want to process. I don't know what it was with you, but you
That's
just
so
were like,
interesting.
I'm not going there with you.
That's interesting
But
because...
you've grown out of it.
Yeah, but I also think I have emotional regulation, and I didn't have emotional regulation then. And I think, like, something I've learned from gentle parenting TikTok, even though I'm so far away from being a parent, is that you need to let the tantrum happen and then talk after. And I think maybe that's what I was trying to do. Like, now, like, looking at it retroactively, like, was that me being like, I can't physically process this right now. Like,
right.
I don't want to talk about it because I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my, like, little body's way of being like, I
Maybe.
can't process it right
Yeah.
now. Like, I need to just cry and be upset about it
Yeah.
and then be able to talk about it later. So I have no idea, but, like, in that moment, that's what I thought
That's
of.
fair. Because I do remember when you were, right from the bat, when you were a baby, I talked to you all the time.
Yeah.
No matter what I was doing,
No
I was
wonder I'm such a yapper.
I monologued about what I was doing.
That runs
right?
in our family.
Yes, it's true. Tangents go off on.
Tangents, but also monologuing what you're doing.
Yeah. But
deeply.
monologuing what I was doing it's also a teaching thing, right? It's like, if they look at something, you would see something. Oh, are you looking at the bird? And maybe you weren't, because maybe your eyesight was this, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
Over time, your eye would focus on the bird, and you'd be like, oh yeah, that must be a bird, right?
Yeah.
So there's just like a teaching thing. So there's that, but also, I was also very careful about preparing you for what was upcoming. I feel like children's lives are completely out of their control.
100%.
And we don't think about it as adults. It's like the kid is like playing bricks, whatever, tinker toys, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly you're like, okay, we gotta go. It's time for school. And they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Says who? What time is it? They're not acclimated to time or dates or whatever, right? So when you were little, I just was careful to just prepare you for everything so that nothing came as a shock. Like, we're going to go on vacation in a few weeks. Like, even when you had to fly home alone to see your dad, it was like, you're going to have to get on a plane in a couple of weeks by yourself. There was always this, like, just getting you prepared for what was coming up instead of just like, oh, by the way, you're going to your dad's tomorrow for the summer, And I don't think that always happens. Yeah. With parents.
For sure.
And so
I would agree. There's not communication to the kid about what's going to happen, which is like so needed. Like, your kids have no clue what's going on.
Right. Yeah. And they don't get a lot of options either, right?
No.
And then we get upset when they want an opinion.
Well, yeah, and then we get it's crazy.
Anyway,
we
other
don't
podcasts.
Have to talk about parenting right now, but I have a lot of opinions, and I'm not a parent. But I teach kids for a living. I come at teaching kids and being around kids and doing the work that I do as like, I may be the one and only safe adult.
Yes.
In a kid's life.
100%.
So, like, it's really, really important to me, and that's why, like, I probably got gentle parenting TikTok videos when I was on social media, but it's because, like, I find it so deeply important that, like, I need to understand psychologically, like, what is happening with these kids and why, yes, they're upset, but, like, you have to explain to them why you're setting this boundary, or else they do not understand, and they will keep bugging you about it because they don't get why you're not giving it to them, why you're not why you're not doing something that you're doing. So, like, it's very deeply important to me to like know those things and to act a certain way because I may be the only safe adult in a kid's life.
Yeah. Because, and I think it's important that we have I'm a question asker, and it bugs people. Yeah. Some people. Whatever. Take it or leave it. I'm a question person. I want all the information I can get. Yeah. And so, just so I know where I am in space and time and whatever, So, I'm just that way. Anyway. I don't know where we are.
The longest tangent of the
stubborn. I know. Anyway.
The question was, who do you think is more stubborn and why? And you said that I was stubborn as a kid because and then we got onto emotional...
Right. So we both answered it.
No. You did not answer who you think. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You did. No, yeah, we did.
In different ways. Like, when you were a kid, you wouldn't talk about things.
Yeah. Okay, we did answer it. You're right.
What's your favorite thing about yourself that has nothing to do with looks? I think my favorite thing about myself is that I'm fucking hilarious. Exhibit A. And I always tell people, this is why we're friends, because you understand that I'm funny. Because they laugh at my jokes. Everybody that I'm friends with understands how funny I am.
There you go.
Either you get it or you don't. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I liked this question.
All right. So what's your favorite thing about yourself that has nothing to do with looks?
I would say, good or bad, how much I care about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it too. It's not always fun.
No. Tell me about it.
But yeah, I think it's a good quality. I think it's something that will help me in management.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I like that about you too.
Thanks.
Why don't you just throw those everywhere?
Oh my god, okay. I got her question. What's the funniest or most ridiculous moment we've shared that still makes you laugh?
I picked the hardest
You
question.
did. I know. When I saw them, I was like, oh, geez, this is going to be so hard.
This is hard.
The funniest or most ridiculous moment we've shared that makes... I don't know. There's 28 years of them. Like, what do you want me to do here? There's a lot. One that just came to mind was us when Shelby... I don't know. She either, like, diarrhea'd or vomited all over the floor.
Oh, the dog.
The dog.
I was like, who?
So, yeah, the dog.
Oh, my God.
Our chocolate lab. And we had the, like... We put, like... it smelled so bad that we put T-shirts around our faces. And we have, like, this...
I still have that picture.
Yeah, it was like, we just have the silliest...
Like the bandits. The poop cleanup bandits with our... These rolled up T-shirts.
Because it smelled so bad. Ooh. So that's one.
That was pre-2020 masks.
Yeah, we didn't know what those were. So that's one that comes to mind. We've had sillier ones. My turn? Your turn.
It's your turn.
My turn. Oh my God, I got one of my own.
She got her own. Tides are turning.
Okay. This is a hard question. What is a belief or opinion you've changed over time?
Oh. Wow.
I know.
Read it again. What is a
belief or opinion that has changed over time?
This one's gonna make me cry. My understanding and opinion of the opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
I have addiction in my family.
Yeah.
My dad struggled with alcoholism later in life, not when I was a child, but when my brothers were younger. I'm 8 and 11 years older than them, so I was off to college when they were still at home. So my dad became an alcoholic, then he kicked that. And later in life, he became addicted to opioids, partially because he had a brain aneurysm, and then they put a clip in it, and he complained that the clip always hurt, so he had these raging headaches, and then he ended up addicted to it, and they ended up having 3 doctors prescribing it to him, and then somewhere in the middle of all that, my brother died, and my dad became even more addicted, and I pretty much abandoned him because of his addiction, because of my codependency and my relationship with codependence and dealing with that. I didn't want to be an enabler because I was sort of brought up an enabler. Even though there was an addiction, there were other issues. So I I tried to still talk to him, and he would call occasionally, but it was just, by the end he had brain damage. He didn't really have social function, and when he died I was still angry at him. I was still convinced that his addiction was his problem. And when that TV show came out with what's his name, I can't remember, but it was the little one season about the opioid epidemic. God, I can't remember that actor's name. He was in Mr. Mom, if you remember that movie. But he played the doctor who prescribed to his town and then ended up getting addicted to it himself. And then just to learn what the Sacklers did and learning how they bulldozed their way over the FDA and how they got everything changed and how they were lying to people and they were saying it wasn't addictive and they got the labels changed and, you know, that they were increasing the dosage and just making people more and more and more addicted, and they killed millions and millions and millions of people, and nobody went to jail for it. Anyway, so my opinion about the opioid epidemic and my dad's relationship that has tremendously changed, and my views on addiction have definitely changed too, because I do think that addiction is a cultural problem. It's not a personal problem. I think people get addicted as a side effect of something that's gone wrong. They're escaping something, they're in pain, they're emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever. There's a million reasons we get addicted, but it's a societal, cultural thing that needs to be solved instead of people being ostracized.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to fold them in and help them heal.
Yeah.
That's our job to our civic duty to our people around us is, takes a village.
For
so that's a big one.
Yeah.
Where did I put it? Here it is.
I had it.
So
I had it. It was my question.
What?
And I asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You asked.
I asked, yeah.
And I had to answer. Okay.
Yeah.
And you pulled it. Okay, so your turn.
So, a belief or opinion that have changed over time. I would say a lot. I feel like once I hit college and I, like, met people with different beliefs and opinions, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And my beliefs and opinions changed. But one that I would say right now that is, like, I feel like has been evolving gradually over time is the idea that there's one person for you in love.
So that was your thought process before, was that there was one person?
Just like growing up on fairy tales and like you have this like one soulmate and like just the lies that were fed, like spoon-fed from childhood that you like can't avoid because it's everywhere. I would say that, and like I don't believe that there's one true like person for you and one true soulmate. I think that's changed a lot over time, and like as I've gotten older, there's just people that help you, people that you love for seasons or a whole book. Seasons or chapter or whatever it may be. But long term, short term.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me for a while, I think, is this idea that someone's gonna, some knight in shining armor is gonna come sweep you off your feet. And I remember sort of struggling with that Cinderella complex. There was like books written about it. And just when I finally got over this idea that someone was coming to save me, I feel like was the moment that I met Patrick. Yeah. And we're no longer together, but we had a great 23 years.
Like, just kidding, it's real.
And I don't regret our marriage. We had a long stretch. We did no regrets there at all. We just stopped being the right person for each other. I think that happens. People grow apart, especially if you're not really paying attention, taking care of things. Yeah. And I think love is something that you do. It's a verb, it's an action, it's a choice. I think people get caught up in this idea that it's something that you feel. Yeah. It's just a feeling. And I'm like, well,
not at all.
It may generate a feeling in you, but honestly, the feeling, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. It's not a side effect.
But also butterflies, like the feeling of butterflies is actually anxiety in your body telling you that it's wrong.
And part of me worries now. I'm like, I don't want to be dysregulated in the way that butterfly thing does. Because although Patrick and our love for each other was far beyond lust, the lust wears away and you have to be... The lust kind of comes and goes. It's like ebbs and flows. It's just part of that natural thing. Yeah. But the love is a choice. And do you fall out of love? I don't know. I think you stop being compatible. It stops feeling good.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean...
Because I still love Patrick. Yeah. Right? We spent a lifetime together. Yeah. He is your father. Yeah. He raised you. He helped form you. But I don't love him the same way.
Yeah. But I think that's, like, part of it is, like, do you change and grow together or apart? And, like, that just happens. And,
Yeah.
I think, like, just people are talking about their relationships in a more open way, just on podcasts and in books, and like hearing Michelle Obama talk about her relationship with Barack and like all of that, and then like Abby Wambach and Glennon. Like, I just listen to so many people talk about their relationships, and just like hearing all of those different perspectives is very interesting.
Yeah.
And like just so different from the fairy tales that you're...
Yeah. Well, the conversations I'm having at my age with women who are in relationships, married, not married, married with boyfriends.
Yeah.
There's a range. But the conversations I'm having are sort of like marriages and relationships are built by the two people who are in them.
Yeah.
Or more than two. Polyamorous, whatever you're doing. But you have to be willing to have the hard conversations, and you have to have the boundaries and the rules that everyone agrees to.
Yeah.
You know, what are your lines in the sand are the conversations that I'm interested in having. You know, and so if someone is married and they want to be married for a lot of reasons because they have, you know, a family and they built a life and all these things, but there's other parts of their life where they don't match. There's ways to work things out. I think you can, you know, if you both agree that you can step outside the marriage and set that up, that's between you, and you don't need society or, you know, the church or the courthouse to give you permission to design it the way that you want it.
Yeah. I think there's so many ways to have a relationship, and like now it's actually being spoken about, so like it is whatever you want it to be with that person. So,
well, and I think the institution of marriage is fascinating now,
but
because
we do not have the time to go into that because we
I'm just shocked that people get married anymore.
Fair.
That's what it comes down to me. For me, I'm like,
benefit.
why are young kids getting married besides the tax benefit? Anyway, another podcast.
Society
is a question. What's something people often misunderstand about you?
Misunderstand about what?
What's something people often misunderstood about you? Or maybe you meant stand. Doesn't matter.
That's what I meant.
What's something...
Throw it on the floor.
So I have to answer. What's something people often misunderstand about me? I think people mistake my passion and my intensity. I think it's more intensity as being more aggressive or more angry. I don't know what the word. But I think sometimes because I get wound up and I start talking, people are like, whoa, like they think I'm upset.
Yeah.
So I think there's two things. So I think that my intensity sometimes makes me come off like I'm upset or like desperate or blah. It's just like I'm just intense. That's just how my body vibes. That's the vibe I'm on.
Yeah.
But the other thing people misunderstand is when I cry, because I'm a big crier. And so people think crying equals upset a lot of times. So they're like, oh, don't cry. And I'm like, no, I cry when I'm happy.
Yeah.
I cry when I'm mad, when I'm angry. Whew, I cry.
Yeah.
When I'm upset, I cry. When I've lost something, you know, it's like when there's loss, there's a million reasons I cry.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'm crying because I'm happy. It's joy. There's moments of just like pure overwhelm, especially this period in my life right now. There are moments I'm like so overwhelmed with joy and happiness about like what is going on in my life and the way, like just what's coming in right now. And I have these waves of just like, what? I just start crying.
Yeah.
But I've always felt like that. Even in grad school, I would be in, you know, critiques, and I would start crying, and people would be like, oh no, I'm like, no, I'm crying because you're hitting it right on the head. Like you're nailing it. Yeah. Like you're hitting, I feel seen, I feel heard, you know? So, those are the two things I think I'm probably the most misunderstood for. What about you? What's something people often misunderstand about you?
The only thing I can think about right now is I think people's view of me and my view of myself are very different. And the example that I have is like in high school, I was a cheerleader but I never felt like the popular kid. And I don't think I ever was like super popular in the sense that we like think of popular kids. But like other people's view of me from high school was that based on like what I say, like even if they didn't know me, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I was like competitive cheerleader or whatever, like people automatically assume that like
you were the popular.
I was like the popular kid and like all of these things. So like I know that's not necessarily what the question is, but there's some misunderstanding there.
Well, I think there are misunderstandings about cheerleading, period.
Well, yeah.
Because I remember when you were...
Well, people always were like, you're so nice. And I was like...
Okay, so yeah. That happened with Patrick. When you were interested in cheerleading... First of all, you were so interested in Colorado. We moved to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And you started school, you met...
Emma? Or Sydney?
Sydney. And Sydney... I don't know if Emma was on the cheer squad. Anyway, Sydney was on the cheer squad. You came home from school. Blah, 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 blah. It was a Tuesday or Monday. And you were like, if I go tomorrow for practice, there's a game on Friday. Blah, blah, blah. I have to get ready. And it was, talk about expensive. It's like $1,000. And I was like, oh, God, we were broke. I'm like, oh, my God, $1,000. They're like, we give you ways to help fundraise for it, whatever. And so I'm talking to Patrick about it. He's like, really? You're going to let her be one of those girls? I was like, yo, I was a cheerleader. And I'm like, what kind of girl? He's like, one of those mean girls. I was like, oh, it's like this. Yeah. It's just this thing. And we have movies that talk about it. It's the stereotype. And there's there's so many generalizations about all the cliques in high school, right?
Sure. And there's so many stereotypes about everything. So I think that's one way that I'm misunderstood is like talking about my past. Like people have thought that I'm the like popular kid or whatever it is, and I've never felt like the popular kid. I have always felt on the outside. Like I've never felt like I fit in with like in that sense, you know what I mean? In a good way. Well, now
it's hard not to fit in sometimes.
No, it's hard for sure.
I think two things. I think not fitting in is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it means you're different. And I don't think being different is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think if everything were the same, we'd all get really bored and annoyed with each other if we were all exactly the same. But also, I think what's more important than fitting in is belonging. So it's about finding where you belong, not where you fit in.
Yeah.
Because when you're fitting in, you're trying to fit. You're trying to squeeze your square peg in a round hole. You're trying to fit into something.
Yeah, a space that isn't meant for you. Not like that's not meant for you.
Just the language itself.
Yeah. For sure.
You know,
so yeah, I feel like that's a way that I've felt misunderstood, and because I can be like outgoing and charismatic, like that is often an assumption.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've like never been the person to have like really large friend groups and
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I got my own question.
Nice.
What's something you've learned from me that changed how you see the world or yourself?
What? Do you have...
I have an answer to this question.
You do? Do you have time for me to think? Okay, let's see. Repeat the question.
What's something you've learned from me that has changed how you see the world or yourself?
Changed how I see the world or how I see myself? It's a really hard question.
I have mine to answer it, but I'm afraid
Don't answer it for me.
No, I was going to answer it for me.
Oh, well, yeah, but then...
Breaking the rules. We can't break the rules.
See, you know I'm a rule follower.
I am a rule follower until I find the one that bends.
I
like to know the rules so I know which ones break.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And which ones bend.
And as we said, since I've been a child, I'm like, I have to follow the rules. I've gotten a little better as I've gotten older.
I know, I cheer every time you do.
This is a really hard question. I think...
I have a really easy answer, so I get off easy. So.
Yeah. I would say something that I've learned from you that changed the way I see myself is, well, just like as I get older, I'm like, get that from my mom.
Shit, I get that too. But you're gonna hate it the older you get. The more. At least you don't have little brothers who go, "You sound like mom." I'm like,
yeah. So I think there's like a lot of things as I get older that I'm like, LOL.
Just kidding.
Like when I monologue, or like, I don't know. That's what I have for now.
You want to skip past?
Yeah.
Come back to you.
Come back to me.
Okay.
What's yours?
Okay. So what I learned from you that changed how I viewed the world and myself.
Oh, tea.
Actually happened the day you were born.
Oh, okay.
So, when you were born, first of all, you came out, you were like a little cherub. I swear to God. You had like little pink pierced lip. They were like pursed. And you weren't crying. You were just like so sweet and so cute and so pink.
I didn't cry.
No, not. You weren't wailing or anything right away. You cried for a second and then you settled right down. It was just like, but I just could see in you that you were older and wiser than me. I knew instantly. I was like, oh my God, she's an old soul. Like, how did I get this kid?
And I knew, wouldn't choose me.
And I knew right away that my job was to not shove all the things, all my opinions and things about the world onto you, that my role was to be the bumpers at the bowling alley. Right? She just has to stay alive and stay out of her way. She knows, like I knew that you came fully formed with everything you needed.
Yeah. Right?
And that my job was to just keep you inside the rails.
Yeah.
So you didn't like fly off the cliff or without a parachute.
That's so funny. Yeah, I know. It's so funny because we talked about that recently.
Yeah. And so the other thing about myself that I learned was that I had to show up as my best self every day.
Yeah.
If I wanted to provide you some kind of roadmap on how to be a woman who stands up for herself and thrives in this world.
Yeah.
And gets what she wants and goes after what you want. I was thinking about when, after your breakup and you were looking for jobs in Charleston, that was a moment I sort of came in and reminded you who you were.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing looking in Charleston? You never even wanted to move here when we moved here the first time. Yeah. You didn't want to go to college here. You didn't want to come back here. What are you doing here? Get out.
True.
Get the hell out.
Good point. Great point.
If you could think of your other one before. Yeah. So now she's in California.
Yeah. Okay. It's one of my questions. What's something you've always wanted to learn?
I've always wanted to learn how to speak Spanish fluently. I would actually love to learn another language, but I'm going to be lucky if I get the first one done. I do think it's ridiculous that as Americans we only know one language and every other freaking country knows more than one. They know their language and ours. Anyway, okay. What about you?
I've always wanted to learn Spanish fluently.
I thought you wanted French originally.
No,
you wanted German.
Yeah, weirdly, I was like, somehow I know that I'm tied to Germany somehow, and I wanted to learn German, which is strange. And I still
Which is interesting because
one of my best friends lives in Germany.
Well, and also your aunt, who's younger than you,
is German. Yeah, so that's hilarious.
My little sister.
Yeah,
from a second marriage.
Now being to Germany is so pretty and so cool.
She saw Harry Styles in Germany.
I did. It was awesome. No regrets about that.
Not even one letter?
No regrets.
Regret?
Yeah. But truly Spanish has been a language I've wanted, and I took so much, but yeah.
We are the same person.
Sometimes.
Ooh, one of mine. Something you wish I understood about you when you were younger.
Tea. Yeah, I would say, like, our conversation earlier that I think, like, I've always been a really sensitive person, and I think sometimes I didn't get the attention that I needed to that sensitivity. Like, my sensitivity was always an issue. I got told a lot, like, you're too sensitive, or you're too sensitive, or you're too sensitive. Yeah, I think I was, especially, like, when I didn't want to talk about my feelings, like, that, as we talked about, like, that bothered you, but I think it was more of a...
I don't feel like I ever really pressured you when you did that.
But you were always like,
okay.
oh, God damn it, you should not want to talk about it.
I was like, oh, God, we're never going to talk about it.
Yeah. So I think maybe that, like, just my sensitivity to the world.
I was very aware of your sensitivity in a lot of ways. I think the you're too sensitive thing, I apologize, first of all. That's a much younger version of me, for sure.
For sure.
And what I think now when I hear that is that what I could have been saying, or I could have just been noticing quietly inside of myself, is that you're taking something I'm saying personally, and it's not meant to be personal. Does that make sense? Because I think that's what we do a lot of times. We're like, you're being so sensitive, and it's like, no, they're taking it personally.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to learn in the world not to take everything so personally.
Yeah.
It's not about me.
Yeah.
Right? People aren't thinking about me. People aren't talking about me. If I had been mature enough to step back, it would have been like, she's clearly taking something personally that I'm saying that's upsetting her.
Yeah.
But I fully recognized in a lot of ways your sensitivity. All right, so question goes back to you. Something, oh no.
No, you.
Oh, me. Something I wish you understood about me when you were younger. Something I wish you understood about me. That my bark is worse than my bite. That my bark is just intensity, and that I'm just a big softy crab inside of a hard shell. Yeah. I don't even know how hard my shell is, honestly. I feel like I wear everything on my sleeve. Yeah. Here, you want to know something? It's all right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah.
A mistake I made as a parent that you hope you don't repeat. I was like, how can you answer that?
I know. I thought that was what I was writing. But I liked the question because I didn't want to mother the way I was mothered. Yeah. So I didn't have a map. So I sort of like had to create my own version of mothering. Mm-hmm. And I remember even once my mother was like, I would have never let you get away with that when you were younger. I was like, oh, I know, girl. Yeah. I know. So I think for me, there were things that I chose to do differently. Yeah. But I didn't really know it till I was an adult, so maybe it's not a fair question. I don't know.
An adult?
Well, I'm a mother too. But anyway, like, is there something that you feel like if I was a parent, I wouldn't do this, or I would do something differently, or?
If I choose to become a parent, if the fucking earth isn't around long enough for that, I think I would just do learning from, like, we've already talked about this multiple times. I think I understand a little mind a little bit more than you probably did because you got pregnant so young. Mm-hmm. And, like, I recognize, like, that you...
didn't have a fully formed frontal lobe?
Yeah. Yeah, like, you didn't have that before you had me. Like, I thought about when I turned 26, I was like, no way in hell. What? Yeah. Even now, 2 years after, I'm like, no thank you. I don't want one of those.
God, and when I was a kid, the trend was even younger. Like, I was a really young mother in my friend group. Yeah. But when I was growing up, my cousins get knocked up at 19 and like getting married right out of high school. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think what I would do differently is I think I would just do gentle parenting a little bit more than you did. Like, I think you did that with the way that you, like, didn't choose to parent the way that your parents parented you. So I think I would just, like, add on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot I would, like, not do.
If I had been a little older and a little more mature.
Yeah, and I think,
sure.
like, that would definitely be, like, I think a lot of it was maturity and just, like, where you were in life. And, like, not having a stable ground to stay, like...
I mean, I did my best, I will say, and I do think I did a lot of things right.
You did the best with the tools that you
I
had.
Absolutely. And I will say that I also think that I really tried to be consistent.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You also did a really good job. Oh, my God. There was this epic moment when you were a kid, and I think I've told you this. It's a great moment where she checked me as a parent. I don't know what she was doing in her room, but she had her panties on her head. It was hilarious.
Oh, my
she's
God.
like in front of her little art easel doing whatever the hell she was doing with her panty beret. And, anyway, you were in trouble for something, and I got mad at you, and I was like, if you don't blah, 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 I'm going to spank you. And you were like, are you sure about that? I was like, you must have been 2.5. I swear to God. Maybe 3. And I just looked at you and I was like, no, I am absolutely not sure of that. I was just like, rewound I was like, let me just say no. And then I'm like, so what I am going to do is ground you. And I like laid out another like appropriate.
Another boundary. Yeah.
Appropriate.
That's so funny.
Response. But it was just this moment of like, who is this kid who is just like fully going, really?
I gentle parented myself. I was like, no, you are not going to hit me.
Are you sure about that?
You're not going to hit me. Thank you. No, that's so funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So.
Love it.
All right. My turn, your turn.
Oh, God. Your turn. Yeah, because I read that one.
Did you put it back in?
No.
Okay. In what ways are we alike and different?
Ooh. That was one of yours. Obviously, I didn't ask that question. I don't know why I'm asking. Okay, ways that we're alike and different. Well, we look alike. Slay.
All day.
We are both very adventurous, and we'll just move across country for funsies. I would say we're both pretty independent when we're alone, but we have codependency tendencies when we're in partnership. I would say we're different. We are 2 entirely different people, while we're also still very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, like, the ways we're different is, like, I have always been a rule follower. Always. And, like, you make me anxious as fuck. Because she's not a rule follower.
I know.
Yeah. So that, we're very different there. Obviously, like you said, I've learned as I've gotten older the ways I can bend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always been a big rule follower.
Yeah. I think I just didn't like a lot of the rules.
I also think you were parented very differently.
Oh, I was parented very differently. And there was, and
you were parented by people who were like, don't, like, absolutely you can't do that, so you snuck out of the house. I was parented by people who were like, here are your boundaries. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't sneak
out of the house. I didn't. No, I didn't.
Not once? Not ever?
Not ever.
Damn,
I really didn't. I might have been 5 minutes late from my curfew every single night, but I never snuck out.
But I feel like you had like a stricter, in some ways. Sometimes.
I had less strict than my parents' siblings' kids.
Yeah.
So my parents were from the deep south. My mom was born in a small town outside of Charlotte. Kings Mountain or Shelby, I don't know which one I was technically born in, whichever one the hospital was in. But anyway, that's where my mom grew up. And then my dad grew up in New Wellington, South Carolina. Both super rural, deep south. My mom grew up on a farm, very poor. My dad grew up very poor, very southern. deep Southern roots. So they moved, and we moved all over the country when I was growing up, and I ended up in 3rd grade in California, and my formative years were here. And then when I graduated, I went to New York, blah, blah, blah. So I've had a bigger life than that. But my parents, coming from the deep rural South, you would think they'd be racist and they would be small town, small-minded. But my dad was very brilliant, and they took me away from the small town South, and I got a very different education and upbringing. So they did introduce me and were very much more open than the strictness that my cousins grew up with, which is yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir. It was like driven into you.
Trash.
And I didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
What ways are we alike and different? I think we are alike in that we're funny.
We're so funny.
We're adventurous.
Yeah.
We kind of like each other.
Sometimes.
I think we both advocate for ourselves. I think we try to improve ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're willing to have hard conversations. I think we love hard. I think we're different in that generationally, I just think there's some differences.
Yeah.
The major way I think we're different is that I never felt when I was young that I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I didn't have a path. I was a dancer. I went to the Los Angeles County High School for the Arts, and I did pursue that for a while. But kids, I think, that weren't at arts high schools and were at other schools, and kids that I knew in my life, they always seem to have a plan. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to go to this college, and I'm going to major in this thing, and I'm going to grow up, and I'm going to be this. And I never had that. I was just sort of like more of a free spirit, like, oh, I figured it all out later. And I still like that. But you seem to very early on, before you were a teenager, kind of knew where you were going.
Yeah.
You first started saying marine biology. I want to be a marine biologist, and then you started saying vet, and then it was vet, all came crumbling
down my junior year of college.
To college, and I think you asked me, "Do you think I'll be a vet when I get out?" And I said, "You know what? It's a 50-50 shot. You've been wanting it for so long. I wouldn't be surprised if you did." And college is meant to shake you up and spit you out, and I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't become that. So it was a crapshoot. But I never had that sort of just clear sense of where I was going. I think I'm a late bloomer, and I'm now, for the first time, really coming into my own, and I now
see it, yeah.
And that's why sometimes you're like, you're a workaholic. I'm like, no, I'm in my phase. It's a phase.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've had my fun.
Yeah.
I've had my work and my fun, and I'm still trying to get back into balance, but I'm not totally missing the fun.
Yeah.
I am. 18 months ago, I put my nose to the ground. I hardly looked up, for sure. But I'm at a brief point where I can exhale. I can back it off a little. And so I've slowed down, and I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Slowing my day down more. I'm not putting pressure on myself like I used to. So all that sort of settled. Anyway, so I think we're different that way. Yeah. And I think that was awesome to witness.
Yeah.
To see somebody just put it together. Like, I know what I'm doing, and you still have it.
Yeah.
And right now, because I know what your ultimate vision has been, and it will shift and may shift. But when I hear you talk, like, you're setting it up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching you do it.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it since you were that big.
Crazy.
So, yeah, crazy.
By the way, I was petting my cat back here the whole time. She's by the window.
She's not there.
No, she's not. She's right there. But I've been like this the whole, like,
I was trying to get her.
Just like petting her back there. Ooh, what's something you've never told me but you think I'm finally ready to hear? Tea. That I snuck out the house once.
Man!
On my 18th birthday.
Oh, you were still in high school.
Yep.
We had just gotten a tattoo. Did we go on your birthday?
No, we didn't go on.
Oh, we went on the 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was after your birthday because
Yeah.
you were born on the 5th. Really? What did you do? Do tell.
It was me and Mary, and we snuck out of the house, and we went to a boy's house.
You went to a boy's house?
We went to a boy's house. Yeah.
Were there more than one boy there?
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
You don't want to know.
You made out?
Yeah. That's it. I promise.
Yeah, because I know the other. I know the things. Yeah. Well, everybody goes to boys' houses and makes out at that age.
Yeah.
Duh.
Duh.
But
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now you know I snuck out of the house.
Good for you. I'm so proud. Yes.
Yeah.
She broke a rule.
I did. It was Mary's influence. You can thank her for.
All right. We got a bonus round. Here we go. We got a rapid fire.
Speed round.
Speed round. We're going to answer at the same time. We got 5 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
No.
We're going to answer about the other person.
Okay.
So when you're looking at a person across from you, you're answering for them.
Okay.
What's her superpower? Emotional regulation.
This is so hard. These are hard rapid fire
Oh, I know it. Getting people paid.
Oh, thanks.
Giving people raises. That's her superpower. It really is.
We've done that multiple times now. I would say yours is. I want to say resiliency.
That's fine.
Okay.
What's her comfort food? Mac and cheese?
I don't think so. I don't really know. No, I know what my comfort food is. Okay.
What is it?
Yours is
Oh, okay.
Mexican food.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Chocolate.
Really?
Anything chocolate, honestly. Actually, Mexican food is good guess, though.
Okay.
It's the top.
Mine's brownies.
Not magic bars?
No, because brownies are really easy to make.
Ah, got it.
And you can just eat a whole
Crack an egg and
pan.
throw it in the
Yeah,
oven.
you're
All right.
good.
Who apologizes first after a fight?
Probably you.
Oh, wow.
After our most recent fight, I was not coming to you.
You're talking about the one in Charleston
Yeah,
a
the
long
bad
time
one.
ago?
Yeah, a long time ago. That was our most recent one.
That was probably our only real
That was our
fight.
bad fight, yeah.
That was our only real fight.
Yeah.
You had it coming. What's one word that describes her best?
Okay, can we do like a 3, 2, 1?
Okay. 3,
2,
2, 1.
Funny.
Awesome!
Nice.
All right. Okay, you ready? We're going to count it down. Who's the better cook? 1, 2, 3. Me.
Because
I taught her everything she knows.
Exactly.
Taught her everything she knows. All right. We had one last closing question.
What is advice you would give your younger self?
Oh, that's right. The advice I would give myself that I wish I knew earlier is the only one that's going to get it done is you. And if you can believe in yourself and you can love yourself and you can give yourself grace and be kind to yourself, you can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I don't know if I said it very loud, but hopefully you heard it. I was getting ready to cry. All right.
Yeah. One piece of advice that I would give my younger self is do more things that make you uncomfortable in, like, specifically I think about college. I just wish I did more with, like, the resources I had. So I would just say, like, get more comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, I wish I would have done more things when I was younger.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have some editing to do.
Yeah. See you in the bloopers. You're gonna, like, do a goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. It's a podcast. I'm supposed to speak.
Okay, yeah, it's happening.
Oh, it's on. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Live
Check,
from
check.
New York. It's Thursday night. It's Wednesday.
Live from California.
Live from. the
Not
middle
live
of
when you're
nowhere,
watching it.
California.
Okay, so here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Hi! Welcome to You Are Here. Maybe I should start that over. Okay. You ready?
Bloopers reel. Here we go.